back with the end of year review. The Rest of Fellas has returned. If you don't know, we are John Cena's favourite YouTube podcast.
We are.
Just putting it out there nice and early. Hi, John. How you doing? Let us know when you're free. But yeah, we're back doing end of year review. Now, please don't get this mixed up with the Wrestling Fellas Awards. They come in WrestleMania. This is the end of year review. Sort of like where our headspace is at the moment before the end of the year awards, if you want to think of it that way. But how you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm very hungover, mate. I'm very hungover. We had a work Christmas party yesterday. Didn't get in till very late. And I texted John this morning. Well, John messaged me yesterday saying, can we do it today? Because we're recording this on Wednesday. We know we do Tuesday. So I was like, yeah, no worries. Not thinking. I thought, yeah, I won't get that drunk. Yeah. I don't drink, so when I do drink, I go all out because I don't drink. I'm the driver. I'm always the driver. I'd rather it be like that.
What time did you get in? You didn't tell me that before we came on.
In the end, I got in around about 3 o'clock.
But
the club closed at 12, so I don't know what I was doing for 3 hours. I saw one of my managers in Mackey's, and I was just talking to him for 3 hours, like literally just sat there. Well, 2.5 hours because he went home, and then I was waiting for an Uber. Now I finally got in, ate my Mackey's, went bed, woke up at 7 with a massive spinning headache. Went to the toilet, got back in bed, and I kept waking up, and I was just like. So I've had Mackey's. I've had another Mackey's, so I'm feeling a little bit better. But I know I need to go to bed. I need to go back to bed and wake up tomorrow and just do work. And I've got 3 days, if you can call it 3 days, probably 2 days altogether, because I finish early on Friday, finish early Saturday, and then that's it for the Crimbo. Done and dusted.
Nice.
I never get that much time off, so I'm happy with it because I can get all the videos ready, so I don't have to do anything over Christmas, and then a couple of days after and stuff. So get all that done, and then it's just chill out time in it with family and shit. So how are you?
I'm full of some sort of pesky virus, cold, flu, whatever. I'm coughing up green stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, head's absolute pounding. Yeah, I'm rough as toast, mate. I feel like I've gone on a night out bending, but I really don't drink. I didn't go to my works do on Sunday. It's not my thing. But no, I'm a bit under the weather. People always have John's always. Yeah, I am always sick.
Here's a demic. If you open up the medical dictionary, John's name comes up straight away.
I have. When you go to the hospital and you have a little file. I have my own trolley.
That's trolley. Filing cabinet.
That's not even a joke either. When they bring my medical files in when I go for an appointment in the hospital, mate, it comes in its own trolley. There's that many of them. But no,
I just had to turn that around then.
Yeah, we're not getting any sponsorship money from them, so they're not getting any free advertisement. We'll talk numbers. Magical M in golden arches or whatever you want to call them. Let's talk. But no, mate, I'm good. I'm obviously show goes on. And as you touched on, we've got Christmas coming the next couple of weeks. It's my birthday next week. So this will be the last recording.
And then my birthday 2 weeks after yours.
Yeah. So this will be the last recording until maybe towards the end of the year. Might jump on and do a couple. Obviously, we've got videos lined up. We might have a couple of little surprise videos coming out. I think we might jump on. We'll sort that out. We might do one just before the year, maybe. Predictions for World's End, whatever it's called now. Stuff like that.
Oh, shit, yeah, AEW got a pay-per-view, aren't they?
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how the build-up goes. But, yeah, we're going to have just obviously out there nice and early. The fellas are going to have a bit of a Christmas break. There will still be videos scheduled to go out. There might be a couple of surprise videos coming in between. Yeah. Just watch this space. But mate, leads us into a nice part. What shirt are you wearing today?
I'm wearing my Logan Paul t-shirt today. It's the first thing that jumped out at me when I opened my wardrobe. I had to go and pick my nephew up, and it was the first thing that was there, so I just grabbed it. I normally plan what t-shirts I wear for different days, And today I just that way I just grabbed it. What are you wearing apart from your big?
So
is it an hoodie?
it's an hoodie, yeah. So I'm not under the weather. I'm literally in a hoodie. I've got a blanket on my lap. I've got my dog beside me, and I've got my Luke on the other side. But I haven't got a shirt. I've got a t-shirt underneath it, but it's just a t-shirt. But I have got a shirt beside me for this section. So this would have been a t-shirt if I weren't feeling like absolute dog turd that I would have wore today. And it is a new one.
Oh. Oh, nice.
So,
and where did you get that, John?
I got it from WWE Euro Shop using our code in the link below. But yeah, so treat myself to 2 new shirts using our link.
Nice.
So as you can see, it's a Solo Socorro one. I really like it. The other one is I got the Judgement Day.
Which one? The new one? Oh no,
the one with the wings on the back.
One I've got.
Yeah. So I've got them. I did treat myself for my birthday because, like we said, the Euro Shop, the link below. Christmas, birthday's a great idea.
I got a new shirt.
Did you?
I did. I did get a new shirt. I wasn't going to show you yet. I was going to surprise you.
I don't have you done what I think you've done.
Oh God. So I've done it to annoy you for one. I bought the new CM Punk t-shirt.
Wow, guys. Fellas might not even return after this one.
So my original plan was to wear it today, and because I'm not hungover, I actually forgot about wearing it. So this is why I just wore this one. But as soon as it came out, I did say to you, I bought it, and you went, you haven't. I was like, nah, I haven't. I bought it that day, and I told Tyler, my manager, who's one of my mates, and I was like, I've got the CM Punk t-shirt. I've done it to annoy John, and I've always liked his t-shirts. His t-shirt designs are sick. I really like him. I've always liked him. And he's like, I thought you hated him. Like, I like his t-shirts though. And plus, you know what I've been doing. I've been collecting t-shirts from every single person on the roster, so that's why I've got Charlotte Flair one. So it's just one I don't have to do now. But yeah, that's my new t-shirt, and I've done it with the link in the description.
Yeah, and obviously I was shopping through there. I was going to get another one. I was going to get a SummerSlam The Finn versus Seth t-shirt.
Seth, I like that one. That one's cool.
I really like that one, but it was coming from the US. These were a birthday treat for myself, but then the wife decided she wanted to pay for them.
I love that.
So yeah, like I've said before, the link's below. Obviously, Christmas is coming up. You might have to rush and get it in time and get it delivered in time for Christmas.
Last order's on November 18th.
The 18th, obviously. So when this video goes out, I'm not sure if you'll have any time, but there's a lot of t-shirts on there. Obviously, you've got the new Randy Orton ones, the creamy coloured one, as well as Daddy's Back. You do unfortunately have CM Punk. Has 2 t-shirts.
I do like the Hell Throws Over one. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it. It is a cool t-shirt.
Anybody else, I would have bought it. You got CM Punk. Frustratingly, obviously Kevin Owens is on there. I think we promoted it last time. We've got the White Judgment Day t-shirt, and I think it's official now. The Yeet is back.
Yeet is back.
You got the Yeet shirts are not going to disappear. So
£32 though.
Yeah, prices have increased. Euro Shop, if you are watching this to see if we are promoting your stuff, they have increased, and sizes have got smaller. Sort it out. But yeah, guys, use the link below. Just help the fellas out. Helping the fellas out will help make better content for you guys in the long run.
So today's pod video, whatever you want to call it, weekly chat. We'll call it a weekly chat.
Who can piss the other one off the quickest?
Well, I think this one's probably going to be more. We agree with each other, to be quite honest with you.
No, do you know what?
I'm not going to do news. We're not going to go into news because news is it's end of year. I want it to be fun.
I've got a little thing. We've been announcing some stuff for Love Wrestling each week when we've noticed it. I know we've got a podcast out there. Relationships not great, but it's a wrestling-based event in the UK. You guys are hopefully all watching from the UK and wherever you are. So they have announced some more superstars appearing. There was a sad announcement. Sting won't be appearing. because his final match is on the same weekend. I believe in Revolutions that's Saturday or Sunday, so we won't be having Sting. So currently booked of what we've announced and what announces some more. So there is Enzo, Trish Stratus.
I've got it up here if you want me to go through him.
Yeah, I'll do the new ones though.
Okay, go on.
So you do the ones they've got already.
Okay, so we got Enzo, Al Snow, Maria Kanellis, Mark Mero, Shelton Benjamin, Jake Hager, CJ Perry, Sean Waltman, and Trish Stratus are the ones that got announced already.
And then this week they've announced Sergeant Slaughter in the Cobra Club.
Which isn't on here yet, which is weird.
Yeah, it takes a little while for the website to update. Sergeant Slaughter.
The others are, though.
Matt Riddle, bro. Hornswoggle, top of my list. I love Dylan Postal. And Rikishi, mate.
Big Quiche.
Big Quiche. I wonder if I can get him to do a Too Cool dance with me.
I want Stinkface.
Who's Stinkface in here, though? That's the question.
Big Quiche Stinkface me. How much Stinkface? You don't want one from me, I'd say that right now.
But yeah, so they've announced 4 more this week. Also, what they announced, I don't know if you've picked up on this shit, mate. On the Friday night before it starts,
yes, I have.
They're doing an evening/audience with Sean Waltman, and the prices are actually really incredibly good. I think front row seats are £20, second rows are £15, and I think after that it's like £10. Which for an interview, an evening with someone, that's incredible. That's a really good price. But yeah, that's the guys over at Flubber Wrestling, guys. So if you're on the Facebook or even online, search up Flubber Wrestling, and you'll see them all there. It's a great event. If you're a wrestling fan and based in the UK, I think it's the only opportunity, maybe outside Comic Cons, we might get 1 or 2 at, that we get wrestlers a meet and greet. Usually a mixed bag as well between AEW, WWE, and Legends. I think this year AEW talent might be a bit tight. Revolution's the same weekend, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, my list now.
Jake Hager's not going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
CJ
my list now consists of Rikishi, Dylan Postal, Enzo, and Sean Waltman.
Who did you say then? Rikishi,
Enzo, Hornswoggle,
said,
and Sean Waltman, if I can afford them all.
Mine at the moment is Sean Waltman, Rikishi, Dylan Postal, and I'm tempted with Trish. I really want Lita to be announced because I was more of a Lita fan than I was Trish.
They've had Lita before, mate, so there's a chance. With Hornswoggle, I might try and get my hands on a Fig to get it signed because he's a big Fig guy as well. So I'll have to see. But yeah, back to what the pod is this week.
Yeah, so we're doing a year in review kind of thing, not year from our fellow awards and stuff. We do that separate.
Calendar
That's
year.
It's the calendar year, January to December, and what we think has been the MVP. We'll probably do pay-per-view as well, see what our thoughts on what the pay-per-view of the year is as a whole. And just have a general chat about the year, because I think it's been a big year for one company and a bit of a slow year a bit of a mixed year for the other company, to be quite honest with you.
The other company's been a bit of a roller coaster from that company, I think, this year.
After All In, it started going down a roller coaster downwards. So we're gonna have a little bit of chat now. I've done some research. I've done some research on this pod, which I don't normally do. And I did it last week before because I knew I'd be on Boulder. Oh no, I didn't actually. To be fair, I knew we were in a bit of a rush on the Tuesday. So we'll talk about just the year in review. What have you thought about the year with like WWE, AEW? What's your thoughts as a whole? Happy, annoyed? Obviously, I know recent times is a bit all over
annoyed. Yeah. Do you know what? Overall, the year's been good because we've had 2 pay-per-views in the UK this year, in this calendar year.
We have.
We had Money in the Bank and we had All In. So I've had 2 great weekends, all wrestling related, down south. Show-wise, There's been great shows from both sides of the company, and I know there's more than just AEW and WWE out there. I absolutely get it, but if you ever watch these videos and go back, we don't really get much chance to watch TNA and MLW over here unless we're paying for it, and unfortunately we don't have them subscriptions. So we are really TNA, but obviously TNA has linked up with Endeavour, so let's see what that holds going forward.
Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting when that happened.
Yeah, quite an interesting thing. I think next year TNA's got a big year ahead of them potentially. I really do. But in regards to this year, it's been an up and down year for AEW. WWE have they started off slow, but they've got running, and they're now they've gone from a jog to a full sprint. And if you obviously once this video was out last week, you would see we've had a bit of a discussion about AEW and how it is at the moment. I don't want to go diving into it all again, but AEW we've got a lot of points I feel that need to improve this year. Because there's now a third. Obviously, we're predicting there's a third company coming into the party. We don't know how that TNA Impact is going to go. I really hope it is another alternative for us, and it gets good viewerships, and it gets put out where we can watch it really easily. But overall, mate, good year for wrestling, especially as a UK fan. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. WWE started off slow, like you said. WrestleMania hit, and we all thought we were going to get the big story ending, and we didn't. And then it went slow in the middle because it was just the same shit with Roman and stuff. And then they brought the world title out, which Seth won, and Seth's been holding down the fort because Roman's not been there and been proving that he is the best wrestler in the world, regardless of what the other person says. And yeah, it's been up and down on it for both companies. AEW started off strong all the way to All In, and then after All In, it just went downhill. It's just been one shit show after another. There's been no stop to it. It's always been something that's been wrong or going wrong in the company. I've just read before they've recorded losses bigger than they've had since they started. So they're obviously going into the new year with that. WWE started off slow, like I said, and then I think after AEW did All In and Edge, Adam Copeland, Edge, what you want to call him, debuted in AEW, we all thought WWE's there's only one way they can really do this, and that's bring CM Punk back, and they did. And the buzz around that, I know obviously, regardless of the hate that you have, the buzz around CM Punk for WWE is mental. The promo between Seth Rollins, by the way, I know we're not doing show reviews, but the promo between Seth Rollins and CM Punk on Raw was absolutely incredible. I absolutely loved it. It was the best part of the show. Drew being heel, and the way Drew came back at Money in the Bank. And since then, the spiral of him being the good guy, trying to do everything right, and then he's turning slowly into one of the best heels today. WWE do things right at the moment. It's obviously WWE, they'll fuck up somewhere. And then AEW are currently doing shit wrong stuff. So it's a bit of a both. So yeah, we're not going to go through every single pay-per-view. I'm just going to touch on the pay-per-views that WWE had, and I'll just mention the main event. So obviously we started off the Rumble with WWE. Cody Rhodes won the Rumble because he'd been out since
Hell in a Cell.
Was it May in Hell in a Cell? He got injured. And we all knew he was in it because he was on the poster. It wasn't a surprise, which we all wanted it to be a surprise kind of thing. And then the main event for that was Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, and that's when we really saw the downfall of the Bloodline, with Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns, Jey Uso walking out on Roman. Then we had, I'm not getting into NXT because obviously you don't watch NXT, so I don't want to talk about NXT. I'll do a separate video on that on my own because NXT has been incredible this year. Elimination Chamber. We had Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Again, the event as a whole was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't one of the best. The main event was obviously emotionally great in what
storytelling's amazing. I think what killed that pay-per-view for me was the ending. we had an opportunity. I know, obviously, the building towards, at that point, the building to Roman, Cody, and at Mania, but the whole build up to Sami Zayn going against him, the whole promo Monday night with Cody Rhodes before, they could have done so much more with that ending. They could have put that belt around Sami and have Sami lose it to Roman a few weeks later. Or, you know what I mean? They could have done something there. But the way it ended sort of sucked the energy out of that pay-per-view for me.
I mean, looking at it now, I wouldn't have liked it. One, it would have made Sami Zayn look weak if he lost the title 3 weeks later. For me, just me personally, I think it would have made him look weak. But then, and Roman's title reign with Cody, obviously we know now he didn't. But then Cody beating Roman then for how long Roman's held that title meant more. Obviously now looking at it, Roman won, we know that. But back in February, we were like, yeah, Cody beating Roman's going to be absolutely massive. It wouldn't have meant anything for Roman to lose the title, then win it back, and then Cody beats him, because we know Roman can get beat then. So I can see why they did it. But again, I was with you. I really wanted Sami to win that. Just the way the match went and everything, there could have been more to it. WrestleMania, night 1, main event, Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens is a quality match, tag team match, absolute quality. And the Usos losing to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the undisputed tag team titles. And then night 2 was the letdown. I think the only good match on that was Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew. Don't think there was anything else decent, because Rhea and Charlotte was on night 1. And then, yeah, Roman versus Cody, and we know Roman won in the end because of another Bloodline interference. Then we had Backlash. Backlash, for me, is my favourite pay-per-view of the year. And it's because the crowd made it what it was. It looks like it was
Puerto Rico
pay-per-view. Puerto Rico, yeah. Poor pay-per-view. But then
on paper that shouldn't have been as good as it was.
Yeah, no, on paper it was awful. The Zelina Rhea match wasn't great. It wasn't, but the crowd made it amazing because of how behind Zelina they were. The wrong match ended the event in Cody and Brock. It should have been Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Damian Priest obviously put a showing on because obviously we know later on he won Money in the Bank. It was a quality pay-per-view. Backlash. I went back and watched it the other day, and I still stand by it. I think the only one that probably is on the edge would be War Games, because I really liked War Games. Regardless of the CM Punk bit, I really liked War Games. I thought both matches were solid. So, then we had Night of Champions in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline of Roman and Solo for the undisputed tag team titles. That's where Jimmy kicked Roman.
Yes.
And we all thought, it's happening. Slow burn of the Bloodline is slowly happening to SummerSlam when someone takes it off him. Also, that was where Seth Rollins beat AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship, which was a quality match to open the show.
Okay, Seth, what do you expect?
Exactly. Money in the Bank, London, England, O2 Arena, 12,000 people, unfortunately, although it says 18,000 here. 18,000? I thought it, 12.
It held 20 on it.
Attendance 18,000. WWE making up numbers. Money in the Bank. It was headlined obviously by the Bloodline, Roman and Solo versus the Usos. Obviously we had the men's Money in the Bank in there, which was won by Damian Priest, where LA Knight was massive. Cena returned, Drew returned. It was a quality night. No, that's first. Money in the Bank's first.
That's my pay-per-view year, but probably because it's a totally different level to me. I was there. And obviously that's gonna make it feel a little bit better for me. But I've watched it back as well and seen. Obviously, I've got my own view from my seat, but then seeing it around me, and like you say, when Drew returned back, it went mad. John Cena wasn't even stated for anything there, and he turned up. And then we had the Bloodline against the Bloodline Civil War as the main event, which was just brilliant. Which has obviously led us on to where we are now. Trying to think other matches. Oh, you say Money in the Bank match, the men's. Everybody in the arenas back in LA Knight, and Priest went up and won it. Women's one, Io Sky took the briefcase. Absolutely brilliant match again. Cody Dirty Dom, all right match. It was
it was to fill in for Brock Lesnar, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did Brock return on Money in the Bank?
No.
Was it not Money in the Bank he returned?
No. So it was, it had good matches. I can't think of other else. I'm sure Gunther had a match. It was against Riddle, maybe.
Gunther was against Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Seth and Finn for the world title.
Yeah, Seth and Finn. Yes, now I remember as well. It was a good night. It was a great show. The crowd was really up for it. It says something when we sing word for word Kingdom and John Cena's theme tune.
Definitely. And then we move on to SummerSlam, which was the most disappointing. Well, was it the second most disappointing for me?
I enjoyed SummerSlam this year, mate.
I didn't like it at all. I remember saying it was one of, over recent years, it's probably the one that I didn't enjoy. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso in a tribal combat, which I found out tribal combat is where it's 1v1, no one gets involved. And if the other person gets someone involved in the combat, then they lose the head of the table, tribal chief, whatever it is thing. So in reality, Jey Uso is the head of the table. For the Undisputed Universal Championship, however, Jimmy did it for The Rock, super kicked Jey, which made no sense. And now Jimmy is on SmackDown again with the Bloodline, which he kicked Roman to get out of the Bloodline. Obviously, you had we thought we were going to get Becky and Trish, didn't we? But they bumped it off the show. Seth and Finn for the world title again. You had Bianca and Asuka and Charlotte in a triple threat match for the title, which we all thought Charlotte was going to win, but Bianca won for some reason. And then Io cashed in. Money in the Bank. Oh yeah, because Asuka had the title, didn't she? Asuka had the title, Bianca won it, and then Io
cashed in.
Yeah, Shayna. We forgot to say at Money in the Bank. Shayna got rid of Ronda Rousey out of WWE.
Oh yeah.
She opened the door, kicked her out, and said, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out," and slammed the door on her backside. And then we had Shayna and Ronda in an MMA rules match, which was absolutely shocking. Shayna Baszler defeated Ronda Rousey on that. LA Knight won a 25-man battle royal as well, and Cody defeated Brock. Oh, Logan Paul defeated Ricochet. So yeah, it was the Cody Brock match. Things, but
I really enjoyed the Cody Brock match that night.
That was the best one out of them all he had.
Yeah, it sort of gave Brock. Brock gave the nod to Cody, and also give Cody sort of a bit more than just this guy wrestling Dirty Dom every week in Finn. He
Agreed.
Didn't give up.
Agreed. Then we had Payback, which was headlined with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura for the world title. Rey Mysterio defeated Austin Theory for the US title. LA Knight defeated The Miz, and Becky defeated Trish in a steel cage match, which was very good, actually. I really enjoyed that. Fastlane followed, again, Seth and Shinsuke, last man standing. Wasn't this the event that Jey and Cody defeated Bloodline?
Kevin is
Judgment Day. It was when he started saying yeet, and they were pissed in the press conference.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Absolutely quality. I watched that again the other day and I was pissing myself laughing. John Cena obviously came back because there was a strikers. There wasn't a striker.
A striker strike.
The writers were on strike. That's what I was going to say. The writers were on strike, so he came back to WWE to do a couple of months with the Bloodline, and he teamed with LA Knight. He also defeated Asuka and Charlotte Flair, and Carlito returned.
Carlito been cool.
Crown Jewel followed, Roman and LA Knight. We all know who was going to win the main event. We know what the match is going to be at WrestleMania, so we know what's happening with Roman Reigns. Cody defeated Damian Priest in a match no one really cared about. Logan won the US title, which was match of the night against Rey. Yes. Solo defeated John Cena, absolutely dismantled him. Rhea defeated 4 other women to retain the women's world title. Seth defeated Drew as well. It was very good. It was do you know what? I know when we did the review of it, we said it wasn't much of a Well, I said it wasn't much.
We
You
never
enjoyed it.
have
I said it.
expectation for Crown Jewel.
No, you said you enjoyed it, and I was like, I didn't. I watched it back again the other day. Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was okay, to be fair.
All right. On Crown Jewel Pass, mate, that was probably the best one out of them all.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then the last pay-per-view of the year, bar obviously NXT, we had War Games. And we had War Games. I can't wait for William Regal to be back on TV in January. Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, Becky obviously defeated Damage Control. Going for defeat The Miz, which was a very good match. Dragon Lee and Santos Escobar, Rhea Ripley, Zoe Stark, and then Roman Reigns. No, not Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns at a pay-per-view. Randy Orton, Seth, Jay, Sammy, and Cody defeated Judgment Day and Drew. So overall, I'd say solid for WWE this year. Very solid in pay-per-view. But AEW is solid every single year. The weekly shows maybe poor sometimes, but the pay-per-views are normally very solid for AEW. So what do you reckon of WWE's pay-per-view performance over the past year?
It's been a good year. I think
it's been a lot of predictability.
Oh yeah, so if Roman was involved, after Mania, if Roman was involved, it was predictable. But then I think we've had a lot of unpredictable moments as well. Jimmy and Jay turning on Roman. Jay
getting back with Roman.
Yeah, Jay skyrocketing. Sammy,
Jay's become a household name, man.
Sammy moving on to the next level in his career as well. Kev Owens has had a good year. Cody's made WWE's own. Judgment Day. What a year they've had as a combined. I mean, I've gone from despising Dirty Dom to actually liking Dirty Dom.
You were.
I'm loving the new member.
I just like to put on the board that I always like Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
And you hate
Can't wait
for
the new member to get involved a bit more. R-Truth.
He's not anymore. He got kicked out, didn't he, on Monday?
Yeah, he'll turn back up. He'll forgive him. He's a good guy, R-Truth.
The Creed brothers helped him. By the way, happy for the Creed brothers. So chuffed for them. Can't wait to see him actually hopefully get a push. But yeah, overall, I've a solid year for WWE. That. Moving on to AEW. Now they don't have as many pay-per-views, but the pay-per-views last about 9 hours. We start off in March because they don't do pay-per-views every month. We start off in March with Revolution. And it was main evented by MJF, who was the AEW World Champion, against Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match for the championship.
Is that the one where... No.
It went to sudden death overtime.
What was Ricky Starks in that match? Was he wrestling that night? I feel like
Ricky Starks defeated Chris Jericho in the opening match. Jungle Boy defeated Christian Cage in a final burial match. The House of Black defeated the Elite for the AEW World Trios Championship. Jamie Hayter defeated Saraya and Ruby Soho. Adam Page defeated John Moxley in the Texas Death Match. Wardlow defeated Samoa Joe for the TNT title. And the Guns defeated the Acclaimed and Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
It's that long ago, I can't remember. I feel like Ricky Starks, at the beginning of the year, Ricky Starks was stealing the shows. And I feel like that was a good match with him and Jericho. I don't remember I know I've watched it. I'm sure I bought it.
Yeah, you did buy it.
I can't remember it though. And that's bad. But to be fair though, before people, he was able... I can't remember all the WWE ones either. Matt's going through the matches and I'm trying to replay them in my head. I watched that much shite. It's unbelievable.
It's weird that, because obviously I'm not a big AEW enthusiast. I watch it, don't get me wrong, and I like the product, but if you ask me what happened at pay-per-view, don't have a clue. Ask me what happened at WWE pay-per-view, I remember everything. It's weird.
I think as well though, I think because they're more consistent with WWE's pay-per-views.
That's true, yeah.
You remember it because it usually lines it's a 4-week gap, and that 4 week is either continue the story or build a new storyline. So you sort of build it there. With AEW's pay-per-views, the storyline normally starts building about a week before, 2 weeks before. Like, look at All In. We didn't have a match till 2 weeks before for All In.
Yeah.
So I think that's just probably nothing that they're not doing consistently enough. But yeah, I feel like it was a good one. I'd say they had a good start to the year, so yeah.
Then you had Double or Nothing in May. The main event for that, you had the four pillars of AEW match between Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, Jack Perry, and MJF for the world title. You had Anarchy in the Arena. You had the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite on that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You also, I think this is the one that went head-to-head with NXT. It went on the same day with Battleground. Chris Statlander defeated Jay Cargill for the TBS title because she returned. Mm-hmm. Jay Cargill before it defeated Taya Valkyrie. No one cares about her. The House of Black defeated the Acclaimed. Wardlow defeated Christian in a ladder match for the TNT title. Tony Storm defeated Jamie Hayter. FTR defeated Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Adam Cole defeated Chris Jericho. Oh, that was a very good match, the Unsanctioned match. I remember this pay-per-view. I watched this pay-per-view.
Remember they won to see Anakin Arena.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy won the Blackjack Battle Royal by a last eliminated Swerve. Swerve's come a long way since then.
Yeah.
AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Now, I'm not going to go through them all because I'll butcher every single name and I'll get.
That was on the
main
week
event
before Money in the Bank, I believe, because I was watching the way down.
Yes, it was. It was. Bryan Danielson defeated Okada by submission. Oh, no, this one. Sting, Darby, and Naito defeated the Suzuki Gods in Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Suzuki. Will Ospreay defeated Kenny Omega. Tony Storm defeated Willow Nightingale. Elite defeated Blackpool Combat Club again in a 10-man tag match. Yeah. CM Punk defeated Kojima. MJF defeated Tanahashi.
So it was a good one. It was another good one.
A lot of pre-show matches. Then we had All in London, England.
London, baby.
Obviously, we know it was headlined by Brochachos, Aaron Cole, MJF. In an absolutely cinematic match. This, I know we're going to get into it after. I know I'll say it after actually. The Acclaimed defeated House of Black, which felt kind of rushed, that match. I remember. Will Ospreay
it came in at the wrong point in the show.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? When we broke down the show, there was matches that shouldn't be where they were.
No, that should have opened the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Will Ospreay defeated Chris Jericho. Darby Allin and Sting defeated Christian and Swerve in a coffin match. Saraya obviously got her moment winning the women's title against Shida, Britt Baker, and Tony Storm. Eddie Kingston, Penta, and Best Friends and Orange Cassidy defeated Blackpool Combat Club, Santana and Ortiz as well. FTR defeated the Young Bucks. Bullet Club Gold defeated Bastard.
Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, no. Doesn't. How do you say his name?
Takeshita.
I didn't want to say it. I'm trying to not say it. And defeated the Golden Elite. Punk defeated Samoa Joe. Hook defeated Jack Perry, and then Better Than You Baby defeated Ozzy opening the opening pre-show match. Then we had All Out, and this is when it started going downhill after All In, because there was only like one. There was a match at All Out announced before they announced any matches for All In, which was weird.
And it was literally a week later. As well. Skeleton was very poor at Tony Khan.
John Moxley defeated Orange Cassidy for the AEW International Championship in the main event. You had Bullet Club Gold defeated the Young Bucks. Blackpool Combat Club defeated Eddie Kingston. Bryan Danielson defeated Ricky Starks. Oh, that was the strap match. That was a quality match. I enjoyed that match.
Yes, that's the one where he was whipping him with the belt. Yes.
Yeah, it looked absolutely painful. Chris Statlander defeated Ruby Soho. Miro defeated Powerhouse Hobbs. That was the match that was announced. Luchasaurus defeated Darby Allin for the TNT title. Samoa Joe defeated Shane Taylor. Better Than You Baby defeated the Dark Order. Then we had Wrestle Dream main event. Christian and Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. We all know what happened. Adam Copeland debuted in AEW at Wrestle Dream right at the end. FTR defeated the Aussie Open. Yeah. FTR defeated Aussie Open. Don Callis family defeated Chris Jericho in the Golden Elite. Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Ricky Starks defeated Wheeler Yuta. Swerve defeated Hangman Adam Page. Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers and the Guns. And Orange Cassidy and Hook. Chris Statlander defeated Julia Hart. Eddie Kingston defeated Shibata. MJF defeated The Righteous. Oh, yeah, because he was on his own way.
Yes.
And then we had Full Gear. The main event being MJF and Jay White. Well, we're not going to go too obviously much into the whole card because we literally recently just did a full thing for it. But MJF defeated Jay White in a poor main event. However, the match between Swerve and Adam Page in a Texas Death match got people talking. Julia Hart finally won her first championship. She won the TBS title. Ricky Starks and Big Bill, that big tag team that have been with each other for years and dominating the tag team division, defeated possibly.
I wonder how Enzo feels about that.
No comment. Timeless Tony Storm obviously won the world title as well on that.
Yeah.
Again,
I think that
it looked quality on paper.
Obviously the Texas Chainsaw match got eyes on the product. But like you say, from what that put on there, then you've got the Jay White and MJF match just didn't go well. It shouldn't have gone. It probably shouldn't have happened.
The storyline just didn't make sense for it, did it?
Yeah. But yeah, pay-per-view wise, AEW, mate, it was good to All In. As we've said many times, it's been a good year up to All In, and it sort of took a bit of a cliff dive. I would like to say it's gone down slowly, but it hasn't. It's gone down pretty quick. Storylines are all over the show at the moment. I don't know who's tagging with who's linked with what. Genuinely, sort of lost now. The only thing
we are with storylines on there for me.
Yeah, I said the only thing, and we think we've said it before recently, the only thing that's really keeping me engaged on there right now, and the only storyline that I'm following, that I can keep following, is this Devil. Who's the Devil? I've got a completely new theory on it as well.
Oh, wow.
It's MJF.
Right.
It's going to be the Pinnacle regrouping. Just going off on the last shows, Wardlow. So MJF got attacked by the masked men. One of them's quite a big guy, and literally about either the next match and the match after, Wardlow was in the match, and you could tell from Wardlow's hair, he was clearly in one of them masks because his hair, he obviously pulled the mask off, and his hair's gone like over his face instead of like the normal slit back up to the side, and it's proper flat like static. And then I've had a look at some of the stills, mate. One of them's definitely Dax. You see his big bald head. You know, you can't misunderstand Dax's big brow, big bald head.
Right.
And so I feel like it's the Pinnacle. I feel like it's MJF setting it up to try and it'll work it into him attacking Adam Cole or something. I don't know. But I feel like there's could be a like absolute swerve. If it is MJF himself setting this all up, what a waste of a storyline.
Yeah. So pay-per-view wise, obviously I'm not going to ask you who had the better pay-per-view wise because I don't know. I don't remember anything before All In on AEW side. WWE, I remember them all. Anything before All In, I don't remember. I remember everything after All In. Before it, I don't know, so I can't comment. But my favorite pay-per-view for WWE last year, I've already said it, was probably Money in the Bank. Looking back now, Backlash is probably second, and then War Games third. AEW wise, All In was my favorite pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, both promotions, All In's my favorite pay-per-view. I thought it had.
WWE, I'm going back to Money in the Bank. 100%. I really enjoyed Elimination Chamber though as well. So I'll say Elimination Chamber will come second for me. Just surely on for the build up of that storyline with Sammy. I was gripped to it each week. I think I watched the promo with Cody about 3 or 4 times. Because it was just powerful. AEW pay-per-view all in takes the whole year for me. For AEW, that was their peak, which is concerning.
Yeah,
that was a peak, a very high standard they set themselves, and it's looking like they can't keep that going now. And I'm intrigued. We've got another one on the 25th of August. See how we get there. Willie Ospreay obviously is going to headline that clearly. But yeah, pay-per-views, mate. Do you know what? I think it's unfair to say who had a better year of pay-per-views because WWE churn out more compared to AEW. Obviously, I think the plans for AEW in the long run is to start churning out more because they want to warn and want them to do like a streaming service. Maybe in a year or so, mate, at the end of the year review, we could probably do who had the better pay-per-view year.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe an equal number.
I think what AEW do, though, the way they stack the cards is, like, if you look, WWE put on 5 matches a pay-per-view, whereas AEW put on 10 matches a pay-per-view.
So, for me, it depends on the mood for me, what I want. It's like, there's been a few pay-per-views in WWE I felt like I could have had more from them because I felt some matches were given too long. But then at the same point, I think that AEW could have had less and give more some matches longer. For anything, so all in the Saraya, Toni Storm, Ishida, and Britt Baker match. But I blinked and it was done. Could have given that a little bit more instead of having. I can't call a match run, but you know what I mean. Instead of having so many matches across the time.
Well, the main event got half an hour.
Yeah, Do you know what? As good as it was, it didn't need half an hour.
Stadium Stampede got 20 minutes.
Stadium Stampede.
The tag title match got 20 minutes. It got 20 minutes.
Yeah, so they could cut back in and stuff like that, but yeah, hit and miss both of them. I mean, it's a good year overall though for pay-per-views, both for eyes. Obviously, this is not our end of year, but calendar year. What's been your favourite match? I'm not gonna say the best match. Your favourite match for the calendar year. Best matches for the awards.
My favourite match of the year, CM Punk Samoa Joe. No, I'm joking. Oh God.
Jack Perry, CM Punk backstage brawl.
Oh yeah, that was meant. Tony Khan was scared for his life.
Well, name you two. I'll get like you.
Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, Damian Priest.
Good shouts.
I just thought it was so.
Yeah, the crowd was so good for that.
The crowd was behind it. The match was well done. Savio Vega and Carlito coming out, returning to WWE TV in year. Well, Carlito obviously returned at the Royal Rumble 2 years ago, but yeah, that match was quality. But the War Games match was quality as well. I really enjoyed it. So
women's,
yeah, probably about them 3.
I'd go with Ricky Starks, Daniel Bryan strap match.
Yeah, fair play.
Not a big Daniel Bryan fan, but that match.
Oh, we're doing all together.
Yeah.
Oh, MJF Adam Cole is my favourite match of the year.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed the one the week after the strap match. I just felt it gave a little bit more oomph.
Yeah.
I think Ricky Starks was on a good point. Elimination Chamber, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, absolutely up there. I'm going to go to Women's War Games. Women's War Games, do you know what, actually? I'd put Women's War Games first. I feel I really enjoyed that match. The women showed that they're not just there to do what women used to do no more.
Last year's Women's War Games match was good as well.
Yeah, well, they've been putting them on for the last couple of years when they've been really good. But this year, I think that you could have put that on. If CM Punk wasn't returning and that was the main event, it would have blew the lid off the place. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, no, I did as well. So we are going to just take a moment because there have been some passings this year. Some have hit home. I've got a list of people that have unfortunately passed away this year. So we had Bushwhacker Butch died in April. He was 78. We had Jerry Jarrett died in February. He was 80. Superstar Billy Graham passed away in January. In May he died due to sepsis. Peggy Lee Flower passed away. She was a former WWF Women's Champion. And she died in May. Droz passed away this year as well. Darren Drozdov. He died in June. Iron Sheik passed away as well this year in July. Sheiky. Terry Funk passed away in August, and then obviously the one that hit home, Bray Wyatt, passed away in August, which we did a video on, due to a heart attack after COVID-19 complications. Sad year for, obviously it's sad year when people pass away anyway, but with Bray Wyatt, I think it hit home for not just WWE talent, but the whole wrestling community.
Yeah, I think obviously we've got a video out there. If you obviously want to see how what it did to us, how it made us feel, obviously it's there to watch. It's not one of our longest videos either. I think obviously when the passings happen, it is sad. But then when it's someone that I don't even feel like reached their full potential yet, somebody who was regarded still young in the business.
Yeah.
Somebody who just had probably could have been on the best return, the most called for return out of all the released. Like Evie's release, no one could understand why they let him go. To come back. To lose him, and obviously it did hit home a little bit harder for both of us. See, I've very well known I have my own issues. I've had issues with COVID and stuff like that myself. And yeah, it was a tough one to get the news the night before we're down to All In as well.
Yeah,
it was a tough weekend in general. It really hit home. Even to this moment, it's still a bit of a sore one. My social media feeds have started for some reason. He's sort of surfacing again. Obviously, we're getting close to his last match, aren't we? So I'm starting to get a lot of Bray stuff come up on my social media feed again at the moment. And yeah, he was sorely missed. I believe that him and JoJo should have been getting married this week. Seen something, she posted something. The marriage was. So yeah, no, it is. It's hard, but yeah, all wrestlers gone this year. Obviously, the fellas passing condolences to their family and loved ones. Sorry for that. But yeah, the big one really hit home.
No, it did.
Really did.
It did. Looking away from that, MVP of the year.
Right. So we're doing AEW
WWE.
Male. We're doing male and female.
I mean, we can do male and female. I don't know about AEW. I don't know who the fuck would be their fucking female. Probably Tony Storm. She's won the title that many times this year.
Statlander, Yo Bird.
I mean, Statlander only just came back, didn't she?
Well, we'll do it as a broad then. Do it as a broad then, because if you do want to pick up a broad.
I've done some research. I've done wins and losses as a whole for the people I picked out. So, I mean, if you want to know anyone else, I have got the website open, so I can just tell you. So I've got down, we'll do AEW first. The people I've got down for AEW, MJF. He won 27 matches and lost 3 this year. That's on shows and pay-per-view. Not house shows, obviously not including them. John Moxley is on my list. 148.
Put John Moxley on your list?
Well, he won 48 matches this year, mate. He won 48. Like, I don't know what more he needs to do for me to not put him on there. Orange Cassidy won 49 matches and lost 11 this year on pay-per-view and TV. I tried to look for this and I couldn't find it. FTR is on my list, but I couldn't find the wins and losses of FTR. I need to tag team. I couldn't find them. Acclaimed are on that list as well, and I've got Christian. However, Christian has had 7 wins and 10 losses. He's lost more than he's won.
Yeah, but he's had a big year, Christian.
And this is what I mean, because there's someone on WWE side that has had more losses than wins, but he's had a big year. But AEW wise, I'm going MJF.
So I sort of dropped a hint on last week's video because we were meant to do MVPs last week because you messaged me So I did have my MJF shirt on. I can't pick, so I'm going to probably know you. I'm going Brochachos as my MVP of the year.
Are you on both?
Yeah, I feel without the Brochacho story of Adam Cole, and obviously people not like living on a rock and don't know who the Brochachos are. MJF and Adam Cole, without the Brochacho story, I think AEW would have suffered massively for a storyline. That storyline from the beginning when they were put together in that tag team, that blind tag team tournament, all the way up to current day. Obviously, Adam Cole's injured right now, and they're still keeping the Muchachos relevant. And then it's led into the devil. Like, we question, is Adam Cole the devil? We are definitely having an Adam Cole MJF rematch.
Yeah, definitely.
100% coming. Whoever was going to be the heel, I don't know. But yeah, MJF 100% stand heads and shoulders above everybody else this year in AEW. But I think Adam Cole's helped him get there as well. So I'm going Brochachos because I can't choose between them.
No, fair play. Fair play. WWE, I've got a few more names. Obviously, because I'm WWE mark and I watch WWE more. I have Rhea Ripley. She won the world title. She's not really done anything with the world title till over the last few months. But she's had 26 wins and 4 losses on pay-per-views and TV.
She is the glue doll for Judgment Day.
Yeah, she is, and this is why I'm not just putting it down to wins and losses, but I'm just putting it on there. Judgment Day are on there as a whole. We'll include JD McDonough, even though he's always just joined properly because now he's got t-shirts and stuff. Judgment Day as a whole, I think, have come a long way this year. Priest missed out on WrestleMania for whatever reason. They didn't put him on it. I don't understand why. Finn was obviously in the Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, he did. Finn was in the Hell in a Cell match with Edge. Rhea faced Charlotte. Dom faced Ray. So I don't understand why Damien wasn't. Damien came out, I think, and tried to help Dom, I think. Did he?
Can't remember. He had some sort of involvement.
I've got Io Sky. Big year for Io Sky. Won the Money in the Bank, cashed it in, and has held it since and proven people wrong. She has had she's only won 15 matches and lost 21. I did want to put Bayley on there, but Bayley's losses are absolutely mental. I can't believe how many she's had. She's only won 5 matches this year,
It's been a weird year for Bayley because she's been quite pivotal in storylines. I feel like if Bayley wasn't as pivotal right in it, I don't think Io would have been as good as she has been.
I agree. Mr. Yeet, main event Jey Uso. I had to put him on there. He's come a long way from January being Roman Reigns' little bitch to main event Jey Uso and having one hell of a match against Seth Rollins for the world title last week, and then having another banger of a match against Drew this week. He's had 19 wins and 15 losses. Obviously held the tag titles not only once with Jimmy but twice with Cody. And there's a major part of Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins has obviously got to be on the list. He's carried the WWE because Roman's not been there. He's had 36 wins and 7 losses in TV and pay-per-view. World Heavyweight champion, constantly on TV. Even with a hurt back, he's there. And constantly putting on good matches. There's not one bad match you can sit there. I know his last couple of matches with Shinsuke were a bit iffy, but altogether throughout the year, Seth Rollins, he faced Logan at WrestleMania where KSI got involved, which was a fun match. It was a great match from Logan and Seth. Seth made Logan look $1 million, and then he won the world title, and then since has been carrying WWE in his back. Cody Rhodes, he's had 31 wins, 7 losses. Obviously, we know what happened with Cody winning the Rumble, losing to Roman at WrestleMania. Then the night after WrestleMania, when Vince got involved with creative for some weird, strange reason, got him in a feud with Brock Lesnar, which we didn't expect whatsoever. Having one good match at SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar and the other two being meh. winning the tag title, main eventing against Judgment Day for the past 5 months, it seems, because Raw just didn't have anything else going for it. And then winning the tag titles, and now obviously wanting to complete the story again. And then the last one I've got on here is Gunther. 24 wins, 9 losses. Now, then losses are tag team matches where Imperium have been involved in, and they've took the fall, not him.
Yeah.
Obviously, still is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Face the likes of Gargano, Miz, Sheamus, Drew, Chad Gable. That match he had Chad Gable on Raw was absolutely quality. Constantly putting on bangers. Now, I know what your MVP is probably going to be. Although, actually, I don't. I'm torn between two of them for you. My MVP of the year for WWE. Oh, did I do the last one? Dominic Mysterio. Did I say Dom?
No, you didn't say Dom.
I've got Dom on here. Now, when I said he's got more losses than wins, this is Dom. So Dom's got 24 losses with 26 wins. But the absolute character change that Dom's done since turning on Ray at Clash at the Castle last year, and from January onwards, has held the North American Championship twice. Constantly Raw, SmackDown, NXT for the past 3 months. And his character development has just been unreal.
Yeah, the build on Dom's been really well done. Triple H needs a big pat on the back for that. That taking him from being Rey Mysterio's son to being Dirty Dom. Getting him over in the wrong way. He's probably the most hated man on WWE TV right now. But yeah, no, Dom deserves to be on that list, mate. So who have you got? Who's your MVP?
I was torn between Rollins, Cody, and Dom. Dom because of the character work mainly and his stints with NXT. But I'm gonna go Rollins. I just think consistently over the year with his shit he got put in a match with Almost at Backlash and made Almost look good.
Yeah.
If you can make Almost, if you can have like at least a 3-star match with Almost at a pay-per-view, which wasn't even going to be good, that turned out to be one of the best pay-per-views of the year, you have got something there that you are the guy in WWE next to Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely not down it. I'll always vouch for him. I don't think you say you think you got 2 for me. I don't think you have. Proper coming out of it. I could sit here and easily pick Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and make it really easy. I'm not. I'm torn between main event Jey Uso.
Oh wow.
And Sami Zayn.
Shit. Yeah, fair play. I didn't even look at Sami Zayn. Let's see his wins and losses. I know it don't mean anything, but I'm just looking anyway.
I think for me, storyline, character build, projection for the year. I think obviously Gunther is main like last boss level. Gunther is. I feel the year we're coming into will be the year of Gunther. But Sami Zayn and Jey Uso have just been on another level this year. The matches they've churned out between them have been amazing. The storyline between the two of them been amazing. Jey taking a big step away, cutting away from that safety blanket of his brother, because they've always been a tag team. I know they've had some times where one's been injured and the other hasn't. Sami dropping the propaganda and joining the Bloodline and having that whole story. Obviously, I know that spans over the last 2 years as such, but I feel for me, my MVP this year, I've got to pick Sami, but it literally just nibs Jey to it.
I can't believe you're not putting Seth there.
Seth's had a great year, mate, but I feel for me, Seth's got that high standing. He's consistently that good every year. I think when you said to me, think about your MVPs, I sort of tried to think outside the box. It was really easy for me to pick Seth. It would have been really easy for me to pick Cody Rhodes. And I think if you take out the wins and loss, I think Jey Uso and Sami Zayn have been more important in WWE this year than Cody and Cody and Seth have been, because Cody and Seth have kept the product rolling. They've been there week in, week out, and Roman hasn't. But without the whole Sami Jey Uso issues with Bloodline, and obviously Kevin's got involved, Cody's got involved, Seth's got involved, and all that sort of stuff. And then obviously Drew's now got issues with Jay. I know the storyline's building and building, mate. If you take away Sami getting involved with the Bloodline, how does the Bloodline implode? It doesn't. Sami created the implosion, and then obviously you got Jay to break away from it. Because let's be honest, mate, we sat at this point last year and said, look, Bloodline's going to split. Who's going on their own? I bet both of us would have put money on Solo Sikoa going on his own.
Yeah, we did.
So we wouldn't have picked Jay to be the one to go on his own and to have the success he's having. God's sake, man, the guy's getting the word yeet over.
No, I know. Listen, that's why Jey Uso's on the list.
But yeah, no, I think Sami, I can comfortably say Sami's one of my favourite wrestlers to watch this year. And he's taking a bit of time off. I hope he's back for the Rumble. I hope he's got big storylines. I know he's taking a bit of a break. A well-deserved break. But if you look at where he was at last WrestleMania, was it? Taking on Johnny Knoxville in a gimmick match.
Yeah.
To what he's been able to do since then. Yeah, mate. Oh, mate, the matches against Uso at WrestleMania, probably the best in that match of that night. I could argue the toss-up probably the best match of the whole weekend.
No, that's Sheamus, Drew, and Gunther.
It was a good match, mate, but I was
fucking quality match.
Obviously, mate, you know I love my big sweaty men. But that passion in that match from Sami and we felt and we threw every punch and kick with Sami that night. You know, anybody who's watching us to say they didn't, they're liars. We were all there for Sami.
I want the Usos to win.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I told you Roman would win in that weekend as well. Just saying.
Yeah. Everybody told me Roman was winning that weekend, but
no. Everyone was saying. I think me and Tom were the only ones. Shout out to Tom. Me and Tom were the only ones.
No, all my mates.
Roman was winning.
All my mates that watch wrestling were all like, "Nah, Roman's winning still. Roman's winning still."
It's too obvious.
But yeah, no, Sami Zayn for me is the MVP.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, I've got no hate against that. I really haven't. I just think with what Seth is, mine's Seth. But I know I can see why you went both, so it's fine. It's cool. I'm not angry. I'm not gonna fight you yet. Yeah, it's too hungover for that. Yeah. Good year for wrestling.
So going forward now, and I should have really pre-prompted this one, but it's just coming to my head, mate. Going forward, Jen, one thing from the next 12 months. Obviously, now we remember this is on a calendar year. This is not the end of year awards. So our MVPs today might not be our superstars of the year on the fellas award ceremony. One thing from the next 12 months that you would like to happen.
One thing.
And it is one thing this time.
One thing. What do I want more than anything? Apart from Tony Khan to fuck off. I'm torn between two. I'm torn between the tag titles being split up and Roman not having the title anymore. I'm torn between them two.
I feel like both are going to happen, mate. I feel like the tag titles.
Mate. At this point now, I don't know with Roman. I don't know because it gets to the point, and I know we're saying it again because we said it this time last year, but it gets to the point now where he's very close to coming into the top 3. He's very close. And I know Vince hasn't got creative, and I pray to Triple H if he's listening, because John Cena listens. So I'm hoping Triple H listens. I'm praying that he gives it to Coda. Praying.
That's my hope for the year, mate.
A little thing in the back of my brain, though. It wouldn't surprise me to see Roman retain at WrestleMania again. It wouldn't surprise me at all at this point. I'm going to get up how far he is away from the others because I really want to know.
My only hope, mate, is that it's Cody finishes the story. That it is Cody that dethrones. I don't care if it happens at Mania, at SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Monday Night Raw. I don't care when it happens. If they want to hold Reno and beat the rest of them records, absolutely whatever. Got to moan my ass off and there about it. But it has to be Cody that dethrones him. And I think I'm more and more passionate about that, obviously, with CM Punk's returning. And I know he's on Raw, and he's going into the Royal Rumble.
CM Punk's fit, mate. After that, CM Punk's facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
It's
so obvious.
Yeah. So that's WrestleMania. So whoever he beats in WrestleMania is a different matter.
He's going to be WrestleMania.
I will be majorly pissed. I'm going to just pre-warn you for after the show, after WrestleMania podcast, I will be pissed if it happens. Like, fuming.
I'll be wearing my CM Punk t-shirt, don't you?
Yeah. I'll be punching you next time I see you after that. But no, for me, Cody...
Yeah, don't matter. I'm not going to carry on with that. Carry on.
No matter when it happens, Cody has to take Roman's title. It can't be anybody else no more. We've spent the last 12 months listening to finish. I'm going to finish the story. So it's got to happen now.
I'm trying to find it. But I'm just getting to that 2022. I know he's very close.
Yeah, I think he is. I believe he is, mate. But that brings me all back around to about 5 podcasts ago, when we pointed out that his streak's not really that prolific when you look at.
No, I know it's not, but he's nearly there.
Yeah, but yeah, my hope is
what I'm saying.
Cody finishes the story, and I've got another one. I hope AEW gives himself a bit of a shake and starts churning out decent business.
It ain't going to happen until Tony Khan sorts his head out, mate. I'm not going to lie to you. And I know there's probably people going, you hate Tony Khan? I do hate Tony Khan. But he's not doing that he's not doing that company any favors at the moment.
Go back to the podcast before, mate. I fully agree with you. He needs to change creative part. But I think a mutual one for the fellas, that TNA takes running steps on that ground, mate, and gets running and absolutely throws the third product. Because let's be honest, you're a wrestling fan and you're one of the people that actually don't just sit in the fence and watch one wrestling company, and you enjoy wrestling in a whole. We can't beat a good bit of third competition put in there. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the Endeavour deal has in place for them. Are they going to have some sort of tie with WWE now? Don't know, but I've got big expectations I've got big hopes and expectations. Big hopes for TNA. So I'm the TNA guy. I did love TNA.
Yeah, TNA.
I do love when old clips of TNA comes up on my phone. I will sit and watch hours and hours of them.
Impact's got loads on YouTube. You can I've got old pay-per-views and stuff on there for
That's
free.
where I usually get lost. I end up finding one on Facebook, and then going on the YouTube and watching them.
Yeah, I do that.
But yeah, no. Overall, good year. High expectations for the year in general for wrestling. Absolutely. Let's see what holds for Jey Uso. Let's see what Punk's got to bring to the table.
Do you know what? I'm excited for the next year for WWE. I'm excited, and I'm excited for a few reasons. I'm excited to see what Logan Paul does with the US title.
Yeah, Logan Paul's
I'm interested in that. I was saying this the other day, and I wanted to do my own video on it, but we'll do it here now. I'm excited for Logan Paul. I want to see what he does with the title. I'm excited to see where Sami Zayn goes from what he's been doing. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see Punk and what happens with Punk. What is he going to do? I know because it's come up that he has something in his contract. If he fucks about, he's gone. It's in his contract. So he fucks up, he's gone. See you in a bit. Interested to see what happens with Cody and Roman. Whether Cody actually does it and WWE
I'm
do what they
interested
should
to
do.
see what happens with Roman after it does happen.
Oh, it's gonna take time. I've come back at SummerSlam and try and be the head of the table again. I know it's all.
But that's what I'm intrigued to see how they plan that through, because by that time he takes time off after Mania, comes back at SummerSlam. Solo Sikoa needs Paul Heyman. He has to be the next Paul Heyman guy. Solo's going to go off to his own thing. Jay's going to die in the water. Not Jay, sorry. Jimmy's going to die in the water. I fear for Jimmy. I don't want Usos back together. I really don't. Right now, I don't want Usos. Give it a couple of years, maybe, or whatever. I don't want the Usos back together.
Jimmy could be gone by then. We've got Gunther. Excited to see what happens with Gunther with the Intercontinental title.
The year of
facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
It's the year of Gunther. This is Gunther's year. I think if Gunther doesn't make it out of the next 12 months, holding the big gold, one of them big gold belts at some point, I feel Gunther's year has been not a failure, but not as successful as it should be. Because I think what they've done with Gunther and putting him in his suit and tie, taking him to that final boss level, it's putting the pieces in place. There's just that one little piece missing now, and that's that big fat gold belt around his waist, whether it's the World Championship or the Undisputed.
One or the other. Yeah. Jade Cargill, excited to see what goes on when she debuts. What's she going to look like? Is she going to be? Because she's in the Performance Center, so she's with Regal and she's with the trainers that know the shit in week out. So when she debuts, I'm excited to see what happens there. Damage Control. What happens with Io? Bayley? Is Bayley going babyface again and joining up with Charlotte and Bianca? And is Sasha returning? There's so many more questions with WWE than there is answers at the moment, and I like that because there's more intrigue into it. I'm really, if someone to say to me in 2023, if there's one person you want to see more on TV, I'll put it out there. I want to see Karrion Kross more on TV. I want him to get.
Yeah.
I want him to be the Gunther of SmackDown. I want him not like that level Gunther. Well, I do, but I want him to be up there. I want him to be with LA Knight, and then because he's not, and he needs to be.
I think with Karrion Kross, with TNA making a big comeback this year, is the potential there that they need to do something with him, because if they potentially do a future best wishes and future endeavors with Karrion Kross again, he's going to Impact, where he was successful, and he'll take Scarlett with him and they'll do well there. Who do I want more from this year, mate? We already start to see it, and it's sort of paid off a little bit. Gable. I've got a big year for Gable.
Well, from what I've read, his push is in the water. Done with. He's just going to stay with Alpha Academy.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I agree though. Gable would have been sick to see go forward.
Especially with them Creed brothers coming up.
Yeah. I want to see Big E return, if he can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Even if he did a manager role, bring him back in a manager role.
Yeah. Except, and NXT, Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, Wesley, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez. These people like Gigi Dolan, JC Jane are all ready to come out. Obviously, they can't take everyone because they'll just leave NXT. Ilya Dragunov. What happens with Baron Corbin going forward now? He lost to Ilya NXT deadline. So what does he do now? He's tried to win the NXT title and it's not worked. He wasn't on NXT on last night. So what happens with Baron? Does he go back onto the main roster and win a mid-card title? Is he the one to take it off Gunther? You know, it's so interesting. And with AEW, Tony Khan, just stop doing what you're doing. Just fucking sit back and let other people do your shit for you.
Yeah.
He's so emotionally charged, and it doesn't do anything for him. Can you imagine Vince McMahon on fucking on Twitter just saying all this shit that he's been saying? It's like, come on now. Vince McMahon will get more shit than he does.
But no, take Tony Khan out of consideration, mate, for AEW this year. Obviously, we've got All In again. I've got big expectations come Revolution, because Revolution is when Will Ospreay will be full time. be with AEW.
Yeah.
Revolution also will hold hopefully, it's actually going to be, but Sting's retirement match. I want to see big things, mate, from a lot of people in AEW too. MJF is going to continue holding on the title. What's going to happen there? I feel, I've said it before, I feel Adam Cole's going to have that title, and I think it's going to be something to do with this devil mask. I do believe now Adam Cole is injured because this devil thing's taking a lot longer. Apparently it's going to be unveiled at World's End, which if a break is 6 weeks, will sort of works well with a break. Britt Baker disappeared off TV. What have they got planned for Britt Baker this year?
If they have.
Obviously, Saraya. I believe her brother Zach Zodiac's out there. They got plans for him. Let's see. The Elite. So I touched on it last week or the week before. The Young Bucks have took a break from doing BTE. Kenny's wrestling with Chris Jericho. Adam Page is licking blood off his hands and spitting it up in the air. Where do we go with the Elite? I want to push for the House of Black. Yeah. Big push for House of Black, and I'm talking maybe Aleister Black having world title.
Totally agree.
Swerve. This is Swerve's year.
This is it.
Gunther's in WWE. This is Swerve's year. I was watching some stuff, and yeah, Swerve's got a big year ahead of him. It's done right. Christian Edge. What's going to happen with them? Are we going to have them feuding for a bit long, get together, some Hardy Boys, Christian versus Edge, Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks versus FTR? There's so much potential there. Danhausen's back on TV.
Do something with him.
Actually do something with him. Actually have him wrestle. Put the TNT Championship around the guy's waist. Wardlow. Give me something with Wardlow, mate. And I need something Wardlow. I absolutely love Wardlow. Mox, I hope he gets some sort of skin graft on his head, because he clearly has some sort of problem with his skin on his forehead and the blood that comes out of it. So get him the skin of a skin graft to tighten up that blood.
It's something.
Blackpool Combat Club, mate, in general, I don't know how I don't know how much more we can have them as a unit.
Yeah, it doesn't work without Regal.
Yeah. It was working all right. Now it's sort of Daniel Bryan's doing his own thing, Mox is doing his own thing, and Wheeler and Claudio doing their own thing.
Well, if you get on the wrong side of Daniel Bryan, you're getting a warning.
Oh yeah, Daniel Bryan's clearly got a lot of control over there. Who's the one that sacked CM Punk as well, by the way?
Yeah, and then sent him a message apologising. I've sacked you. Sorry about that.
Shit sandwich. But then, in general, mate, the people still floating around technically with free agents, independents. Cardona, Ziggler.
Well, from what I've heard, there's been internal talk with AEW that they're trying to push to sign Ziggler. Matt Cardona, I think he's just going to stay in the Indies.
I don't blame the guy.
He's doing. He gets more money doing it.
Yeah, and he's winning everybody's championship. I think with Cardona, I think anybody that signs him, he wants a lot of input on his creativity, and what he's built on his own, he deserves it. Could he return the Impact? Maybe could run a TNA Impact now.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see him there, main event win their title. The big question is, who's next to jump over?
What, either way?
To AEW to WWE. Because we know Seth's contract is up in July.
I don't want to take guess, but I obviously
don't think Seth's leaving though.
Stranger things happen, but I can't see it myself either. But no, I don't want to sit here and go, oh yeah, he's staying. He's a company man. He is a company man, but stranger things have happened. Drew, I see Drew potentially maybe making a move somewhere.
Depends what goes on over the next few months with his character.
Yeah. The other way, I don't think MJF's going on. I think that's a done deal. He's signed and he's staying.
Yeah.
Shock.
Don't know what contracts are coming up next year.
I'll see. I don't know. I would see.
AEW. I know Ricky Starks is.
Starks. I feel Stark could be one that jumps. I'm going to go
Brian
obscure one. And the only reason I'm going to say this one is because of how they are right now. Sort of disappeared. The Young Bucks.
Oh God, I hope not.
For me right now, as being I'm a really big fan of theirs, and I'm on all social media stuff. For them to take a hiatus from everything, including BTE, it's only ever happened once, and that's when they were suspended. I believe they've had their EVP ship taken off them.
I was going to say, do you reckon that's what it is?
So, I don't know if the contract's due up. I don't know. I don't know if it's a work for storyline, but
I know somebody's that is. And she's been complaining recently that the women's division isn't good enough on AEW and it's not getting the shout it deserves. Britt Baker's is coming up. She's not re-signed yet.
Britt Baker, mate. Yeah.
Which is a massive pull, because if WWE can get her, but she doesn't need any training whatsoever, so she can go straight onto the main roster. Adam Cole, Triple H loves Adam Cole, will use him right. And he knows that.
I think Adam Cole. I think with Adam Cole.
I know who it is. Dunmar, I know who it is. Andrade. His contract's up with AEW.
Yeah, that's been floating recently. Andrade's coming. I think with Adam
Cole. CMLL, and then he's going. He'll probably sign for WWE.
I think with Adam Cole, I think that entails how the relationship with the Bucks and Kenny develops with Khan as well over the year, because he's, as much as he's not doing anything on TV, he is incredibly close to them. I believe that he only signed for AEW because they are the guys there, and they're they are his closest friends. Apart from maybe the Kyle O'Reilly. But yeah, no, it's just, I wouldn't like to guess, mate, because we don't know what tomorrow holds in the world of wrestling. We could see future endeavours and best wishes handed out to anybody. Jesus Christ, mate. We sat here 2 years ago, like, really? They've let Bray Wyatt go. They let Braun Strowman go. They both, Bray's not with us no more, but Braun's back on TV at the moment. So I wouldn't like to guess he's going.
Coming back from injury.
My money on, if anybody, if from WWE, would be Drew, and I think it's nailed down. Andrade's going the other way as well.
Yeah, I think there'll be one shock from AEW to WWE, and then everyone will make it out like it's a big shock. Drew going to AEW when it's not, because we know how unhappy he is.
Is another one for WWE, mate.
Yeah, Sheamus is intriguing. I reckon he's back up. They'll keep him off to the Rumble, because the Brawling Brutes have been arguing and look like they're falling apart. So hopefully Butch becomes Pete Dunne again.
That's what I was just saying. I'm hoping that's to get the Pete Dunne moniker back in. Butch dies.
Yeah, and then Rich does what he needs to do. He'll probably go back to NXT or something, because he won't be able to do it on his own. He's good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not Pete Dunne level, is he?
No, I think Pete Dunne's got potential of something good this year from Triple H.
Same go for extra.
Well, he toppled Pete Dunne for the UK title.
Still
so yeah, history there. It was a pretty title, that one. It was very
beautiful
title.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. The fellas are going to be here for it all. Obviously, there might be times where there's breaks, because we're just human beings. We're not robots. But we want to keep up to date.
Getting paid for it.
Yeah, start making wages, and then it's a different matter. It's our job. But if you want to keep up to date with everything that we do and what we've got coming, especially throughout the year, social medias, we're on everything. I think the only thing we're not on is billboards outside your house. If you're watching this and you haven't hit the subscribe button, why? Really, why? I do this every week. Why aren't we hitting the subscribe button? Hit the bell.
I'm so sorry, it's not because I'm so bored of hearing John talk. I'm just knackered from last night. That's why. Sorry, go on.
If you look, we're coming close to the end, and we're at like half the time we have been the last few weeks. But yeah, hit the bell, leave us a comment, leave us a notification. I'll tell you what, guys, in the comments, let us know who your MVP is for this year.
Yeah.
And do you know what? If we get a few in there, we'll run through the comments on the New Year's show or the next show that we do. We'll have a chat about what people see. Throw it in there and tell us why. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, do what you need to do. Obviously, you got the other social medias, so Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Elon Musk's playground. We are Wrestling Fellas on there. Instagram is Wrestling_Fellas Pod, and TikTok is Wrestling Fellas Pod. Matt's been doing some great work over there recently with CapCut. Yeah, some good stuff over there, mate. But yeah, hit that. Also, as we touched on at the beginning of the show, if you're out and you're thinking, or you're watching this with a partner that likes wrestling, you can't think what to buy them, don't forget the link below for the Euro shop. Follow the link, buy the shirts. Absolutely some great shirts on there. You can see early on, you've got the Maverick shirt that Matt's wearing, Soul Skull shirt that I showed off, and obviously all the new ones come from Randy Orton. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. There's some great ones in the offer.
There is.
Well.
There we go.
Some really good ones in there. But yeah, it's a great idea. But they don't just do shirts, but your title belts. You've got Funko Pops, figures, Christmas jumpers, socks, decorations. So yeah, there's plenty on there. But use that link below. Use that link below and help the brothers out, or the fellas out. Because once we start making some money, we can put it back into the show. And that just benefits you guys. But mate, I don't state these words. I don't say them often. But because this is our last podcast before the big red guy in the red jelly suit comes, I want to wish you and all our fans a very merry Christmas.
Oh, and he doesn't normally do this because he's like Scrooge.
I hate Christmas. But that's the one I have a game myself where I try not to say them words before the 22nd of December. That's my birthday. 23rd onwards, I'll say it. But I'm happy to break it for this because obviously this is our last show before Christmas. So guys, have a Merry Christmas. And if anybody catches the red guy down the chimney, Stone Cold Stunner, RKO, Curb Stomp, just take him out big time because he's absolutely scared me. Yeah, go to sleep. Like, yeah. But yeah, Merry Christmas from the fellas.
Merry Christmas.
I would say Happy New Year, but we might jump on before then. So yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. And Matt, till next time. Peace.
Peace.
Yeet.